Episode 43.
Episode 43.
Yeah, just a few more now, and it's 52.
52. We're gonna go to central London and hang ourselves in front of the king.
Yeah, we're going to Saudi Arabia.
Fuck, you booked it yet?
Fucking hell. I wouldn't like to go to, only those part of the countries I don't think in the world. Like India, no. Not only is it like a cultural shock and difference, it's just the heat, man. I couldn't deal with the fucking desert heat at all.
Yeah. And shitting in the floor.
I've never had to do that, yeah, the little holes in the floor, but I can't imagine, like, I'd enjoy just sitting there squat, man, like that.
Yeah. You what about like Dubai and stuff, the safe ones? I mean,
technically been there already. So that's
yeah,
how I lay over there in Japan.
Properly out in public and that. They've got a subset of rules on there that you need to follow, or it's head off. But you follow them. It's head off, but if you follow them, you're all right, man.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, just like we've discussed, I don't want to go into any politics, but like we've discussed it about immigration problems in the UK and that, and it's like, imagine going over to Dubai and then being like, nah, fuck your rules, I want to do it how I do, and then like when you slap the consequence, you're like, oh, what? It's like, yeah, like you got to be an asshole to go to a different country and think that they should go away with like you want things to go. Like you got to abide by their rules. Well, same as went to Japan. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't get to certain onsens because the girl I was with had tattoos. Like, okay, then we won't go. Like I can't just be like, how dare you, tattoos? Yeah, like you got to be an asshole to fucking do that shit.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to someone at work the other day because I've joined a new workplace. I keep getting asked like if I've travelled anywhere recently or places I've been. I don't know why it seems to be a bit of a fucking hot topic amongst like 30 odd year olds.
Yeah.
So I've explained to a good few different people recently that I've been to Japan and stuff. I was saying to someone the other day that when I went there, and it is a place I love particularly more than other places, but I was saying I learned a fair bit of the language and I was just following their customs when I was there, the little things that they do. I was just trying to blend in and be in their country, man. Like I'm the outsider in their country. I'm gonna get there and follow their rules, and whether some of it's silly or not, which some of it is over there, but you become one of them, man. You're traveling over there to see how they do things. So, you should try and blend in and just follow what they do.
I agree. Remember before, very early on in this podcast, probably in the first 10 episodes, I think we were talking about the conception of doing the podcast, and we just basically said that you kind of have to give in to the cringe and not really give a fuck about it to like explore and learn about yourself and that type of stuff. I feel like I've done that a bit with Japan as well, because I'd see those like maid cafes and be like, oh man, who's going into them? But a part of me was just like, I wish I just went in and just fucking had a laugh, you know what I mean? And like next time I go, I'm going in, man, for sure. I'm going in and them.
Oh shit.
But yeah, like I thought about it like when I was there, and I'd see them, and they're kind of like, I don't know if you saw them as well. They'd be like outside in like schoolgirl outfits with like a sign telling you to come in and stuff, and it kind of looked like prostitution to me. Like it looked like prozzies in the street, but so I thought like, oh, it's a bit of a seedy underbelly of Japan. You know what I mean? You know it exists when there's like weird places like that. But I wish I just thought, fuck it, let's just go in there and just see what happens. Could be a laugh for an hour.
Yeah, I wouldn't have lasted that long. Yeah, we fucking when I was there with Amy, I saw them and they just look like they're having fun because they're just giggly and cute and fucking wearing kind of silly clothes. But I just walked past thinking innocent. But Amy was like, "Oh, that's so sad that they have to just kind of stand there and whore themselves out and kind of embarrass themselves like as young women and stuff." And I thought maybe that's a female perspective or maybe that's just her perspective, but I never really saw it that way. I don't know if that's just because I'm a male and I thought like, oh, that's pretty sexy and fucking fun. But she saw it as like, oh man, like surely they can do something better with themselves because that's just a young woman that could be fucking at college or doing whatever,
Maybe she is. Maybe she's in college. Maybe she's doing that as like a part-time job to get some extra dosh while she's fucking in education, man.
Yeah, true. It's just only like fucking people that go to uni but work at Weatherspoons or Mackey's or whatever to get by in it.
Yeah, exactly. And plus, like you're saying, like poor girl, like you, like I said, you assume that, like I just said, like there's a seedy underbelly. So when you see it, you do think, oh, poor girl exploiting herself for some cash. Well, she might fucking love it. She
She
might
might be
have
rolling
grown up.
into.
Yeah, she might have grown up wanting to do that exact job, man. You don't fucking know.
Yeah. Yeah, I never went into anywhere like that, anywhere silly. I never went into the robot cafe or anything. I would do it again next time. We just never really came about. But those, it's weird for Japanese man because they kind of just seem socially awkward down there because they're very to themselves, but they're so polite as well. But you feel like you're inconveniencing them just by being in their presence too long. You know what I mean? So if I
Yeah,
was in one of those maid cafes where they've got to be, I don't know though, because they are genuinely like happy, fun people. But at the same time, being an outsider, it feels like, oh man, I'm prolonging your awkwardness here just by being here.
I think for me, what I was like put off by, I guess, is the other motherfuckers in there, man. Like I can only deal with so much like ooh woo and kawaii fucking girl chatting at me to a high pitch before I want to put a fucking head through a wall. But it's the fucking other dudes in there, man, that they're dribbling and that. I just look at them and think, oh, I'm in here with these. It's like being in the job center and looking at the people in there where you're like, oh, I'm one of these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I was put myself firmly in that category in as well, and I was like, I just don't want to go in there. I want no part of it. But I wish I just thought, fuck it. I wish I just thought, fuck it, man, in there, just because I think you get more fun out of life if you have more of a fuck it attitude, to be honest.
You definitely do, man. There's been not just traveling or whatever, but there's been plenty of times where the most fucking spontaneous trips we've done, like, let's go in there, fuck it, and come out like, man, can you believe we're just gonna walk past there? That was fucking sick, or that was really
Yeah.
fun, or
Yeah, the unplanned fuck it stuff is you need more of that in your life, to be fair. I mean, that's kind of what we did. We like Budapest, I mean. We just thought, fuck it, let's just go then. And we did.
yeah.
I think it was good.
Yeah. I am feeling I'm feeling getting into some discussion about the next one, man.
Oh, man, me too. I was speaking because I don't like, I'd say I don't like it, but I've done like holidays where it's like private beach for like week and a half. And that's all it is. Like when I went to Crete in Greece, it was just like this private island and it was sick and it was beautiful. Food was fantastic. The Greek people are lovely. Couldn't say really a bad thing about it, but like I was just bored after 2 days because there was nothing. It was just old buildings and shops, and then just beaches. And like we stayed in a 5-star resort, all inclusive, so it was like beautiful, and you didn't need to go anywhere. But like I was bored after 2 days of it, so I need somewhere like where I can go and just lounge by the pool for like a day. But I need to go and like explore some shit, man. I need to go and take in some fun. Um, so like my next trip, I was speaking because Stacey likes to go do that stuff, and she was like, "Ah, I want to do kind of like a relaxing beach holiday, but you don't really like to do that." So we kind of just said like, "Oh, maybe we should go somewhere like Spain, go somewhere where it's like that for a couple of days, and then maybe like go into like Madrid for a couple of days after, and get a mix of both." And I feel I need that, man, because like we went to Budapest, and obviously that's a big fucking city, and we was like, "Yo, let's go here, let's go there." And that's what that's what I like to do, man. Like, I do like to relax and chill out, but I just feel I'm somewhere new, man. Let me go and see what that's about. Or let me go and see this, or even if it's just like bowling. Let me
Yeah.
what's that bowling alleys like, man? Let me go fucking have a game of bowling over here. Like, I want to do shit when I'm out somewhere too. I don't want to just lounge by a pool for like a full week. I get bored, man.
Yeah. I've never wanted to do that either, and we did do it by accident because we obviously was meant to go to Japan 5 years ago for our honeymoon,
Yeah.
and it was COVID around that time, so it got cancelled. So we ended up alternatively going to Croatia because it was pretty much the only fucking place that was open and accepting people at that time because it was 2021. Um, and so yeah, we had 2 weeks in Japan booked with fucking like a stacked itinerary, and then it ended up just being Croatia, sit on the beach for a week because I chopped it down to a week. So I was like, I don't know what there is to do there.
Yeah.
Um, and to be fair, I fucking enjoyed it because I'd say we was there for 7 days, and probably 6 out of 7 we did just sit on the beach and kind of walk around the local town. And middle of the week, I went to Dubrovnik and had a walk around the city and saw the Game of Thrones stuff and all that. But there was nothing to do. It was just the fucking beach, like a fucking blue sea, which was nice, and it was really sunny. And then even if you walked for 40 minutes, the most you'd just see is just shops and delis and little takeouts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I got back, to be honest, and I was like, we fucking needed that. We planned a big hectic trip, but I'm glad it's. I was gutted Japan got cancelled, but I was kind of like, man, we needed a little chill. That's kind of hit the spot. That just fucking
Yeah, recharges you.
Yeah, it was nice, man.
Yeah, I do. Like I said, I can do a day or two of it, and I do get that sort of like I'm ready to do some shit now because it's a good place to unwind, especially like on a beach. But like I don't like to be in the sun too long either. Like I got like ginger jeans, man. Like I burn. It's not fun. I'm shit with putting gross sun cream on myself as well. So like it's me in the sun in direct sunlight on a beach. It
Yeah.
ain't something I want to do for a fucking week, but a couple of days of that and like just listen to fucking some music and lying there. Like when I went to that Greece holiday, they had like like the Nando's sort of like water and like Coke things where you just go and put like a glass under, you just like pour like a Coke or Fanta. They had just those randomly just scattered around the beaches in the thing because it was all inclusive. It was just like Fanta lemon, just on tap, fresh cola, man. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm just on a beach lying there listening to music for now. I'm like, let me get up and just go get a Fanta lemon, and it was a good time, man. But just 2 days in, I was like, what else? What else can I do though? Like, I don't want to do it for more than a week. Like, just
Yeah.
think of like, some people read on the beach, and I couldn't really be asked to do that. But like, if you listen to your music or your podcast, like that's like a week's worth of stuff. Like when I work, I listen to music or a podcast and stuff, but I don't listen to like music back to back days. I'll like alternate. Like I'm in the mood for music, and I'm like, I listened to loads of music yesterday. I can't really be asked to listen to anything. I listen to a podcast. Like I had a week of that. I'll only be my entertainment, and I was just like, I'm fucking bored. Like I want to go and like see what's here, and I don't
Yeah.
like just sitting on a beach, man, for 5 days straight.
Yeah. I'm definitely an active traveler. And if I'm going somewhere I really want to go, I need to get out and see it all because I know my time's limited.
Yeah.
I mean, the Croatia holiday, my time was a lot less sacred then because I didn't have a kid. So it was, yeah, we can just lounge around and fucking do what we want. But now it's, if we have some fucking alone time with no kid there, it's like this time is fucking important because it's rare it comes around. So let's stack it with stuff and try and get a chill in there as well. But back then there was no kid then, so it was like, yeah, fuck it, let's just do what we want for a few days.
In regards to Adric, then where are you thinking? Because it's got to be somewhere where that is obviously the case. Like, I don't imagine me and you just gonna go on a beach, but yo, this is all right. Fucking fist bumping with sandy knuckles or something like that. You know what I mean? Like that ain't gonna be a thing, is it?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It is probably gonna be like, it's just
beach volleyball and
yeah. I mean, I would be down as well for that. To be fair, I don't give a fuck. But yeah, I don't
nah,
know. What about Amsterdam? We've both been there, but obviously not together. That's
I
a
was
chill vibe.
thinking it is, but I like to tick off new places, man.
Yeah, me too. But it's cheap, it's quick to get there.
I'm
Just
thinking
just
I'm
just
thinking
hang out
Sweden, man.
place. See, the problem is with
Sweden.
Sweden, I don't know if I could go to Sweden without Stacey because she's been
Yeah.
saying she wants to go to Sweden. So if I just went, yeah, I'm off with Ryan, she might want to come. So you obviously want it to just be like a me and you thing. But Norway, I've heard good things about it as well.
Norway's always been high up on my list. I know Amy would like to go there, but I don't think she'd be. I don't
So
think she'd
upset if
feel.
you just fucked off.
Yeah, I don't think she'd feel discouraged.
Yeah, maybe not. Like I said, I'm happy to go to Amsterdam again as well. It's cheap, it's fun. There's hangout spots there all the time. Whatever we do next time though, because we did a mini sort of vloggy slash podcast about the Budapest one, which is obviously up on the channel and stuff like that. But like, I remember literally on the fucking way home, he was like, "Man, I wish we should just record more shit." I was like, "Why are you saying this now, man?" So
Yeah,
like next wherever we go, we should like actually plan to do some content at least.
I've got a little growing curiosity for China, man. I'm
Or mind
thinking
China.
some nice little bits like what is it, fucking Shenzhen, or
Yeah, it's a big city there. Yeah.
it might. I think there's a place, without sounding fucking like a Western racist. I'm sure there's a place called fucking Ching Chong as well. That's like technology capital, man. That would be cool to go and see some gadgets and stuff.
Yeah, there's like places in like Singapore and like Taiwan that are like that in there, like proper like high techy and stuff like that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind going with that. The only problem with like places like China and any part of Asia, it's so far away, it's expensive, and that's the
Yeah,
thing. Whereas like, your Amsterdam's, your Norway's, your Budapest, all that, the Europe, so it's not gonna fucking break the bank. But yeah, going to like China, that's a hefty trip, to be fair.
yeah, especially for a little 4 day one.
And then if I'm going to China, I might as well go to Japan. You know what I mean?
It's halfway there, right?
Yeah, so I might as well fucking get to Japan if I'm going to China. But yeah, it would be cool. Like I said, I've been getting the itch to go somewhere else. I don't know
I still
where
want
or
to
what.
do. I still want to do Nurburgring at some point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm only going there just for like I don't give a fuck about the Nurburgring. You know what I mean? That's more of a just go with you and just see some shit and just say, yeah, I've been on there and been around it and stuff. But it ain't
we
like a thing for me.
we we could condense it and fly there instead. Rent a car and then rent a track car at the track, because they do that as well. You can hire a car to go round in, like a proper track setup car. So we could fly there, because the surrounding town as well of Nuremberg is really fucking nice, man. It's a cool place to be. And then we could have a day trip into a city somewhere. I'm not sure where it is in the country, what it's
Mm.
close to, but we could do that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to rag around Nuremberg with you as a driver, man. And you're a good driver, and I've never not ever like trusted you being in the car with you, to be fair. But dragging around the track, it's a different fucking gravy, that is.
The only difference is I know I'm there to just have a bit of fun. I'm not going to be like committing to just being as fast as fuck. You know what I mean?
Say that
I'm
now,
gonna.
but before I go to football, I think, oh, I'm fucked tonight. I ain't doing too much. And as soon as I get there and get a touch of that ball, I'm fucking on it, kids. So as soon as you get pedal to the metal, as they say, you ain't gonna give a fuck. I'm here for fun. You think I want to never be on the Nurburgring again? And think you fucking Vin Diesel, man.
Vin
I don't
Diesel's
know.
just a prick actor. He got to drive.
He probably can. He's probably has to do all like stunt coordinate, that type of stuff like that to be in those films.
Maybe. I wouldn't kill us. I might fucking hurt us bad, but I wouldn't kill us.
I don't know if I want to be hurt bad, man. I don't know if I
No, I
want to be
wouldn't.
hurt bad.
I'd give it a 2 all round. You know how fucking expensive it is if you crash at Nurburgring, even if you're in your own car and you've got insurance and everything. Just hitting one of the barriers costs you fucking hundreds, and then to get recovered off, if your car's not drivable, to get recovered from the track, the recovery's fucking hundreds. Insurance shit hundreds. Like fuck me, I wouldn't be crashing there.
How many crashes happen from like I guess the public from the Nurburgring each year? I wonder.
Hundreds, man.
Idiots.
Like there's I think there's only a handful of serious ones. Couple of fucking maybe 1 or 2 deaths a year. There's a few a year, like bad crashes where cars like fucking flip over and pile up and that. But as for little skid offs and hit the barrier and maybe fucking crack a bumper, you know what I mean? There's fucking hundreds of them.
Yeah, yeah. It's something that like I'd go to, but it's not something that I'm like, fuck yeah, we're doing this. I'd be like, I get to see some parts of fucking Germany or this and that. Like, it's not home, so it's technically a trip, but it ain't one that like I'd be so psyched to go in. Like, like I said, I don't give a fuck about the Nurburgring really. Like,
Nah, but I mean, let's just make it a 4 day trip in Germany, and Nurburgring can just be one of the
part of
highlights,
it.
just one of the
I
days.
guess
Yeah,
so,
I
but
mean,
you've been to Germany and you said that like you want to go somewhere different, even though technically is different, but like it's still Germany.
yeah, but it's a big place, and the cities were cool, and the people were nice. It'd be
Yeah,
fucking, it'd be cool. Plus, Nurburg's like, if you're in a quickish car, it's only like 12, like fucking 9 to 12 minutes a lap. Like it's literally, you could just do 2 laps and only be there an hour. So
damn.
it's ain't like a full day thing.
I've asked ChatGPT what two dickheads can get up to in Europe, in cities in Europe. And the first one is Amsterdam. Apparently Prague, Czech Republic is number 2.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going there.
Budapest, number 3. Lisbon, Portugal.
You know what? I was looking at long weekends for my anniversary just gone, and I looked at Portugal. I looked at a little tenty fucking campsite thing there, where it's just a nice tent already set up for you and stuff. And I looked, but I went on like Street View, and it's just fucking dust. It's literally like it's just fucking dusty roads, and it don't look very welcoming. I'm sure the
He was a
city's
wrestler.
not.
Yeah, I was speaking to Toffer about it before, my brother, and I said to him about Portugal, and he said he went, and he said like it's very nice where he was, but like if you just look in a 360 view of outside where you are, it is just like shithole. And I was like slumsy type of area. So that did kind of put me off it a little bit. But also, we wouldn't choose anyway. Shit. But apparently Poland is also. I know a few people that have been Poland, and they said it's really good. Now let's say we go Poland. Do you want to do Auschwitz? That's a tough one, man.
Do you? Would you be interested in
I
that?
always said I wouldn't go to Auschwitz to just go to Auschwitz. Like it ain't somewhere that I've got to go see. You know what I mean? Like it ain't like I'm going to save my money up for a few months and then I'm going to go see Auschwitz. But I always said that if I'm ever in Poland
I've seen.
or in the area, yeah, then I would want to go see it. To be fair, because I looked up a bunch of stuff many years ago about World War II, and it is fascinating, and it's probably something you got to go see to like kind of humble yourself in a way. I'm like, fuck, man, what went down here? Like just knowing about it is one thing, but being there and seeing like Kyron went and he said there's just a pile of like hair. There's a pile of
Yeah.
hair from when they shave the head. There's a pile of like clothes, shoes, like skin, like fucked up shit. And like I think seeing that, you know, I think it's probably good to get a reality check like that once in a while. You know what I mean? To be like, fuck, like, damn, shit can go wrong and fuck up, and we can be dickheads and that. But yeah, I don't know. Especially if we're going there like, yeah, let's fucking record some content and let's just be away together. Then we're just gonna fucking walk out of there being like, oh,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It might just be a fucking bummer.
Episode 101. This is Chamber 1.
Yeah. Oh man, how inappropriate! How cancelled do we get before we even get started if we just rocked out the mics and just did a podcast in Auschwitz, man?
Yeah. Is your mic on? Yeah, yeah.
You know
Mate,
what
can you get
though?
out the...
It wouldn't be the worst thing that's ever happened there. So
Nah,
it's all good. I think
second.
yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah, I
like,
know it.
go
I
on.
know what you mean with those kind of locations, because that's why I never... Well, I wanted to go to Hiroshima in Japan to just kind of feel some history and feel a vibe. I never ended up getting there because it's just a fucking full day's travel. But I did. I went to Ground Zero in New York, and you do just get this vibe come over you, man. Like it's. I don't know. It's like the air is scarred there, man. It's like I can just feel something happened here. Mainly because I know it did,
Yeah.
but you kind of feel the vibe, man. And I was looking up at the buildings, just thinking, "Fuck! Imagine just being here on the ground, just getting some fucking lunch on your lunch break at work, and just kicks off hectic
It is
mental."
crazy when I see like 9/11 footage because it don't look real, but it is because how insane it is for a plane to fly into a fucking building. You know what I mean? Like it looks like a movie, but it is always like, oh, you do get that sort of weird feeling of like, oh, I shouldn't be looking at that type of thing. It's a bit fucking morbid.
Let's
But
say you're on that flight, yeah, with your anxiety. Let's say we're on your flight anxiety, and we're on a big flight like that. I don't know, fucking 300 people on the plane, and you see these guys just with Stanley knives taking over the plane, and they fucking end up. What you doing, man? Are you gonna be the guy? Are we gonna give it a go, ain't we? You know what I mean?
it's
What
tough
we gonna do?
because now sat in our nice comfy fucking chairs and just chilling and just chatting, online. It's easy to be like, yeah, man, if I was on that plane and he walked past me, I'd give him a fucking rear naked choke and but you might just be frozen in fear, man. You might just think, fuck, what's happening? Like you might not even be able to process it. But on paper now, ideally, like because I hate flying so much, and I thought I'm gonna go down in a fireball anyway, why not at least attempt to fucking save
Give it
my
a
own
go.
life? Yeah, like, but it's easy. It's easier said than done. When in reality, I might just sit there and piss my pants. You know what I mean? And think, fuck, like this is really it, type of thing.
Yeah, the fire alarm went off at work the other day, and it weren't a drill, and I was too embarrassed to be the first guy to get up. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is a real one. Is anyone gonna get up? You know what I mean? And then you wait for a few to get up, and you're like, oh, I'll be a sheep now.
Yeah.
But man, if like you say, if it looks like it's coming to certain death, you might as well fucking risk a go at it.
I'd,
Especially if
I'd say
say
so.
it's me and you together, we're gonna
Yeah.
have a fucking go. Man, there's no one else gonna fucking try and can these two. Let's just have a go.
Well, we'll never know what actually happened on those flights because people might have died. Like, I can't. It's weird to think of a plane full of like 200 to 300 people and no one fucking said anything. But like I said, like, you also don't know because to how easy it was for them to actually hijack a plane is stupid, really, in terms of like how easy it was that they can do it. Because in your head, you think, fuck me, for me to hijack a plane, I need to be some like sort of fucking Mission Impossible Tom Cruise type of person who's got like MI fucking fire training and like a James Bond type of person. But really, in some cat, probably obviously not now because security stepped up, but you could just get by if you kind of by faking it till you make it. So if they're on the plane, you might think, fuck, what are these guys, what have they got? Like, what they're capable of? Like, you might just, you look at them and they might just have like a standing knife, but they might be strapped with a bomb. You don't fucking know, you know what I mean? So, but don't you think that's weird when you get a bit older? Like our friend Mark, his car got robbed, right? And it was just some little fucking scrotty geezer and the police came to him and said, "Yeah, it's a known criminal around here. He's on the run and type of thing." And and I just think like, man, he's like some chavvy little scrot, and like he's a notorious like car thief, and he's on the run, and you can't catch him. It's like he's not Pablo Escobar, and I just think like, man, like it. You'd think if someone said, "Yo, go and steal that car for me," you'd think, "Oh, absolutely not," because that's handcuffs on me straight away. That it's a big, big crime, but when it was like, oh yeah, he's just on the run, he's just they know his name, where he lives, they've got him on
Yeah.
Facebook, all this type of stuff, and they still can't get him. I was like, man, it's almost worth robbing a car at this point. You know what I mean? Like, if it's, you'd think in your head that punishment is such a big thing and how hard it is to do, but if you just fake it till you make it, you can just fucking achieve some shit, man.
Yeah, you would, man. You'd think, man, my fucking like if you didn't get caught on the day, you'd think I'm definitely on some radar now though. Like my days are fucking numbered here before someone just was knocking at the door. But like I say, it's literally just them little fucking petty crimes. They ain't got time for them.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but I suppose that fear of, oh fuck, if I do this I get in trouble is what keeps people from doing it, I guess. But I suppose if you peek inside too much and see how easy it is to get away with some shit, you might be tempted to try and get away with some shit at the same time, you know what I mean? I think that
Yeah,
fear
but
is good.
especially if you end up with a decent whack. Let's say you fucking say you steal a car and end up exporting it or selling it to someone that's gonna fucking put some fake plates and shit on it, and you make 5 grand in an evening. Man, you're gonna be looking for another fucking 5 grand in a couple of weeks, eh? And get carried away.
Yeah, it's never gonna be like, oh, I got away with that. Let me fucking take this money and sort of just chill on it and be like, let me appreciate you. Like, oh, what more can I get out of it? And that's what always gets people because they come back for more and then they get too greedy and they get themselves caught. But no one's ever satisfied with like, oh, what? I got away with that. Soon, let me like ride off into the fucking sunset. There's only one famous sort of case that I can think of like a guy called DB Cooper. Have you ever heard of this story?
I've heard the name. I know
He's
the
like
story.
it's like some famous dude. No one ever knows who he was. I think he turned up at a bank. I think he held him up. I think his description, he was in like a full like tuxedo with like glasses. He held him up. He got £200,000 or $200,000, maybe more, from a bank. Then hijacked a plane. Then over some rainforest or whatever, he just dove out with a parachute, and they never know who he was. They never found the money. They found the dollar bills from when he fell out the plane, and they found some in like the forest and stuff like that. So they know like that's where he fucking probably landed because some money like was just found, but it never got traced to anyone. No one knows who he was or anything. Like that dude just got away with it, man. He probably just lived in a fucking exotic island on his fucking money and just chilled probably for the rest of his life. No one ever knew that motherfucker, man.
That's mental though, eh? Because firstly, would you ever be able to fully chill? You'd be expecting someone to turn up, and secondly, I thought they
Always,
could
yeah.
I thought they could trace fucking
This
serial numbers off
this
dollars or
was a
something.
long time ago, so I don't know if that came into it before or after them. But yeah, like the new, I think they knew that it was the money that he stole because of the serial numbers matched the ones from the bank that he got stole from, type of thing. But yeah, I think it was too early on to really trace the guy and stuff like that. But yeah, no one ever knew who he was, if he's still alive, if where the money went, if he died. There's speculations that he died and he actually like parachute got caught in the trees and he fucked up and all that type of stuff. But they never found the body, never found the parachute, never found the money. Dude just got away with it, man, somewhere, living his best life. You know what? You got to respect that. That's a man that went for
Yeah,
it and fucking chilled maybe for the rest of his life.
yeah. Just got a cigar on his yacht. Like, man, I fucking did this.
Well, I tell you, like 250 grand or whatever the fuck it was. You ain't really getting a yacht for that.
A really nice cigar on a raft.
Yeah.
A fancy lighter.
I'm asking how much he stole. It was exactly 200 grand. Yeah. 1971 it was.
Damn.
Yeah, he boarded
Project Play.
a Boeing 727 flying from Portland to Seattle. He claimed to have a bomb and demanded 200,000 in cash, 4 parachutes, and a fuel truck. After the money and parachutes were delivered in Seattle, he released the passengers. He ordered the crew to fly toward Mexico, then parachuted from the rear stairs somewhere over the Pacific Northwest and disappeared. The money was never fully recovered in full. In 1980, a boy found $5,800 of the ransom money buried along the banks of Columbia River, but the remaining 194,000 has never been found.
That was
So
just a sum of Pablo's that he found, wasn't it?
yeah, yeah, man, fucking. So that dude just did that shit and just dipped, just bounced.
What a fucking winner, man. Must feel like a badass doing that.
I know, but and like, I don't know if there was ever conspiracies around it because most like there were, but like, I wonder if that dude told people that that was him and no one ever believed him. Like, man, you ever heard of DB Cooper? Like, yeah, I've heard of that dude. Like, that's me, man. I did that. Like, yeah, fuck off, man. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But
What do you think
like,
about Banksy's, man? Like Banksy art. Reckon that's just bollocks that it's one guy, or do you think it's just people?
is it out now who he is?
No, I don't think so.
I always hear that the dude's been revealed and now it's not. I never know because I'm not really in the art game, but I also see Banksy's like originals, like pictures that people put of him, and I don't get it. I don't get
Yeah,
art. I think it's too pretentious. Like I don't know. Like, and it's proof because I've seen videos where and like experiments where people will just put like the shittest picture up in a museum and people are like, and like standing there scratching the chin, like, fuck off, man. What you
yeah.
contemplating there? It's just a bit of yellow squiggles on a piece of paper, you know what I mean? Like, fuck off, man.
You've seen the video of the guy that just walked over and took his shoe off and put it on the floor, and then
Yeah,
he stood to the side with no shoe on, and everyone's looking at it like, "Wow, what a
yeah,
piece!"
yeah. It's stupid. So I think my opinion on Banksy is skewed just because I guess my opinion on art. Um, but I don't know. I think art for me is it isn't necessarily like paintings. I think there's different things of art that I can appreciate and look at. But there's some paintings like I don't give a fuck about paintings or art or anything. But I went to the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam and I was actually like, what's the word? Like I was like, oh, and you see like actual written like letters that were like stuck to the wall that he'd write to like his brother, like Theo. It's like, yeah, and because he was never like big and made it really in the day of Van Gogh. Like he became much more successful and huge like way after. He was never really successful in his life. Only now after he's been dead for 100 years that people know him and stuff. And he's got his own museum, which is crazy to think that you know if you died and then like 100 years later, there's a museum where you live. Like you'd be like, what the fuck? And like to see him like writing and saying like, yeah, you know, I'm struggling a bit over it. I'm stressed. I'm tempted to come back home, make it. And like seeing that, like, oh, his pen literally wrote that, and like, that's his writing to his brother. That's his words. That's his feelings. Like, it did make me like, oh, that's a real dude that was like going through some shit, and I'm seeing like the actual writing of it, and it made me like appreciate it a little bit. But I never looked at the paintings and was like, what's he trying to say there, man? I just like, oh, he probably just thought that potato field looked all right, so I'm gonna paint it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't look into it
Yeah.
like that.
I appreciate it for its basis of, oh, I couldn't make a fucking nice picture like that with paint and a brush.
Painting's hard. Painting is fucking difficult, man. It's way harder than
Yeah.
drawing.
I like watching Bob Ross and just seeing it come together and being like, fuck, that was just like, because with Bob Ross pieces as well, you watch him and you think, oh, he's fucked it there by adding that, and then you give it 5 minutes and you're like, oh shit, that's come together nice actually.
I see those on those like spray painting videos of people in the streets are like, yo, can you do this? And the spray painting, I think, oh, that's looking sick. And
Yeah.
he'll add something more. And I think, why have you done that? And then like 5 minutes later, I'm like, oh man, I should have shut up
Yeah.
because he had it
Yeah.
locked in, man.
Fucking backseat artist.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I've never really see it and think, oh, the demons this guy was fucking fighting against when he made this. It's like, nah, he's just made a nice picture.
Oh man, speaking of, let me try and remember this dude's name. What is Titanic? It's called like Gory or something. He's, I think it's him. His was weird. So there's like, I think he's called. I'm trying to find it. He's called like Gory, something like that.
I might
Uh,
have heard it.
Goya or something. Some of his
Gautier.
paintings, yeah, Gautier, yeah. Some of his paintings, Francisco Goya, Goya. Oh, if you listen to this or whatever, any of you, Ryan, look up some of his paintings because this motherfucker was weird. And some of his
They're just
original
best.
paintings, right? He didn't paint them like on a canvas. He did them on his wall. So the ones that are out there, like ripped from his drywall from his house, they're not even like actual canvases. And he painted some weird shit, man. And like
Oh,
he was slowly, I think, losing his mind as the more paintings went on. So like when you start seeing the paintings around the time on the timeline where he was like fucking losing his mind, it's like creepy shit, like proper demonic, creepy paintings of like someone eating like a baby and like someone eating a torso, and but they're really like well done, but they were very, very, very weird paintings, man.
yeah, they are weird. You hear some stuff come out sometimes in song lyrics and that, don't you, man? Where you just think, man, this fucking like this. I've noticed recently, and cause I've been listening to Ozzy still a lot, and a recurring theme in his is like just anti-war stuff. Like, oh, if they push the button, this is gonna fucking happen, or like we're just heirs of the Cold War, like stuff like that is just for such a chaotic guy and his music and all the drugs and all that shit that he did. It was often about peace and fucking.
But that's it. It's all the drugs. He was about peace. You know what I mean? Like he just chill out, man. Like he was kind of like a hippie dude. And the thing is, right, which kind of like wrestling when you're a kid, and then you get a bit older, you realize that like it's scripted in a way, or like the win is scripted, if you will. That like it breaks the immersion. And it's the same with songs for me, because when I listen to a song and I listen to a deep lyric, it's like, oh, maybe like that means something, or they were going through something as they were writing that. Because I think about it from like the writing process, like how someone comes up with the song or a lick on a guitar, and I think like, what were the feeling to do that? Like, I don't really listen or really like the Beatles too much, but I've seen countless videos of them in a studio just talking and then just like coming up with a tune, and then they're just synchronized and they end up just making some of the best songs that's ever been made. And I just think like, oh, that's so like cool. So when I hear like, a lyric and I think, oh man, that's quite vulnerable to just put that out there and say it. But then I also found out, to break the immersion, like finding out wrestling scripted, is that a lot of these artists, like a Justin Bieber, Ed Sheeran, that buy the songs from other people. That's not their writing, that's not their feelings. They're just singing other people's lyrics essentially. So then it's like it takes it away from like I'm not saying Ozzy Osbourne did that, but now imagine if you found out that Ozzy Osbourne had like a writer for their songs or Black Sabbath, whatever, and he just sang the lyrics. it kind of makes you feel a bit less about it. 'Cause it's not like how Ozzy feels. It's just what he's singing. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, definitely. It's like last week when we said you see recycled fucking skits on reels, and you see someone that's made a funny skit back and forth that's scripted and acted out, and you see it recreated a couple of times. You think, fucking, you just nicked that and done it again. But
yeah,
I mean, I think you can tell with Ozzy stuff because it is kind of a lot of it's just so fucking, just fucking. I don't know. It's like a bit of a journey, man. Some of his tunes, like you feel he's going through something. Some of them are just fucking daft and funny, and some of them are just dirty. But a lot of them, you're like, it's like he's trying to tell us something, man. You know what I mean? Like fucking. Obviously, Crazy Train's a big tune, but if you actually listen to those lyrics, it's like, man, he's trying to fucking shout out to the world about what's going on. Like you feel, and then that's, I don't know when that was written, but maybe in the 80s. Like shit was just going on in the 80s, like the Cold War and stuff like that. So maybe he's trying to tell something to the world because he's got a big voice. You know what I mean,
yeah,
like, and yeah, I do look at it that way as well. Like there's certain tunes that you just listen to and enjoy, and then don't think much of it. But he's got a song called fucking "My Mom Coming Home," and all of his tunes are pretty fucking, heavy metal, hardcore tunes. But this one's just a bit of a slow jam. It's
gets
more
you
of a
feeling
slow,
emotional, don't you, man?
yeah, it's like a slow tune, and it's just about fucking his relationship with him and his mom. And I think, why did he write this, man? Like, what was going on in his life at the time? Was he away from his mom forever, and then he just wanted to reach out to her, or is it just random? Or what's the deep meaning behind it?
Yeah, yeah, it is true. I think like process of art, I think is interesting. Like like I said to you before, there's a guy that I work with, and he's an author, and I ask him a bunch of questions of how he like puts like from mind to paper because that shit's interesting to me, like the process of inspiration. Because I wouldn't say I'm a creative person naturally, like I don't come up with the creative shit, but I think once I latch onto a creative idea, I can run with it and be like, oh, we can go this way with it, that way with it. But I'm not like the initiator of the creativeness, and when so I'm fascinated by it, like musicians and even comedians, like people who write, and even TV show writers and stuff like that. Like coming up with characters and scripts and how the dialogue sounds. Like how do you put yourself in like the mind of like, like a Walter White? Someone writes Walter White, you know what I mean? And to really, and then obviously like Bryan Cranston has to then take the words on there and then make it his own and do an exceptional job. But the creating process is always, it's because I think I lack it. So I'm always trying to get inspired by someone else or like get in the mind of it to like just learn. Just learn, if you open your mind up to how other people process and operate, like it can give you a perspective, and even you can even apply it to your own stuff and be like, like I'm starting to get creative with it. But yeah, I'm always fascinated in just how people create anything, like any form of art or any, just how they express themselves. You know what I mean? It's just it's interesting. Everyone's different.
Yeah, and not just expressing themselves through a song or through words, but also saying it indirectly. You know what I mean? There's a lot of songs, fucking millions of songs out there that are saying a message, but indirectly. You know what I mean? They're not saying,
It's quite
"I love."
vulnerable, because think of some of the lyrics, like some of the stuff you're putting out there, like how you feel, what you think, like it's quite a vulnerable thing, really, in it. To be fair, like because people know like how you think, how you feel. Like if you write a love song
Yeah,
and you're going through some shit, it's like you're putting that out of there for millions to listen to, rather than just telling your mates, like, man, like this cheating, man, she's breaking my heart. It's like no, just to put that out in the world. You know what I mean? Like it's quite a vulnerable thing to just be that open with your feelings to people. I bet it's good. I bet emotionally it's good to sort of get that out, man. You know what I mean?
yeah. It's kind of like writing a fucking status on Facebook or Twitter, isn't it?
Yeah,
You
it's
know what I mean?
exactly
It's
like
like a
that. Yeah.
little update.
So
No, it's like a little public update.
what you're saying is the Beatles is just like putting a tweet out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, it's because no one knows what's going on in a big artist's life. You know what I mean? No one knows what's going on with the Beatles. But if they write a big fucking emotional song, it's like, damn, that's just released. That's what they're going through right now.
Yeah, I was speaking to that same guy who's the other at work before about this, and I said, like, do you think that people like Elvis and the Beatles and stuff, and I do think these were like special individuals and creative and very unique, same as like a Muhammad Ali. Like some people are just special, but I think. Do you think they're more special because there were like proper celebrities back then, and like there was kind of mysticism, you know what I mean? Like now everyone just tweets out like you know what the Rock's having for breakfast because he's there. Whereas before, like you wouldn't hear about a celebrity unless they put something out that you wanted them to hear. So it'd only be like their version of themselves. So like now, like you can just get a clip of a celebrity like going into a fucking restaurant and just screaming at a waiter. You think, oh, cancel this celebrity is an arsehole. But back then, it'd have to be word of mouth, which like globally, you'd think, oh, that I love that guy. He's the best. And it really isn't as an asshole because you only know what he puts out. Like he'll go on a chat show like a Johnny Carson or Jay Leno or Letterman. You know what I mean? So you only, and I think that's why I think a lot. Like, imagine if Elvis Presley, man, motherfucker was on coke, he was on all kinds of drugs. If he just had a Twitter, like, he might not be looked at as lovingly because he might have said some weird shit in the public, drunk or whatever, just on in a public forum. You know what I mean? Like, I think it probably is better if you're, especially in the public eye, to just not tweet all the time and let people know what you're thinking. Like, be a bit fucking quiet and reserved. All
Yeah,
people should, not even celebrities. No one gives a fuck what you had for tea, man.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, I do think when I think about those times, especially kind of Elvis times and back then, but you kind of imagine them disconnected, you know what I mean, and not updating people because there is no internet, Twitter, fucking Facebook, whatever. But TV was around for fucking so long, and I think people just got the news from newspapers and TV, and you got you learned what a character was like from interviews and music videos and shit like that. TV just ruled it back then.
Yeah. And just imagine that though, like the persona and person you want people to think you are, you can put out there on a TV show or like an interview or just like, just written in a paper, an interview, like, oh, well, I'm from like the New York Times, and I'm like, "Look, can I have an interview?" And then you just go back and forth and it's just written in text. Like you can come across the
Yeah,
person you want to come across. Like you could look like an absolute saint if you wanted to. But now, yeah, now every motherfucker's got a camera phone and you can just tweet out some weird shit or yeah,
yeah,
like it kind I think like a celebrity isn't really as glamorous as it once was because of that. Whereas like those motherfuckers are probably doing it and doing messed up shit just as well as celebrities are because they're just people as well. But you just didn't hear, or it weren't posted publicly, or there weren't some, person with a phone in the face getting them to snap and all that type of stuff. It was kind of like, oh my god, that's Elvis Presley is like it must have been like a god to them at that point because you only hear it about this person in like the newspaper or see him on the news and then he's in front of you. Whereas now you
yeah,
can follow their Instagram, you can see where they are every fucking night, all that type of stuff. It kind of takes away from the glamour
yeah.
of Hollywood.
Yeah, they can't even hit a fucking Taco Bell anymore, can they? Without just being snapped up by someone with a fucking 48 megapixel iPhone.
Yeah, I'd hate it. Like, I'd like to. It would be cool to have like a real fan base and a community and all that type of stuff. But I would hate it just trying to go out somewhere and someone just with a phone in your fucking face and shit. Like, I can see why people snap and just hit paparazzi and
Yeah.
that because
Yeah,
what the
defo. Like the Toby Maguire one, man, where he's trying to pull out that junction in his car. And he's like, I can't see, get out the way. And it's like, have some fucking sense. He's trying to pull over junction here. Like, you could kill some people if you can't see any cars. Get the fuck out of the way. Like, now you
yeah,
got to do your job, but damn, like, just trying to fucking drive his car.
yeah, yeah, it's true.
I like the, I like the tricks people do. I think someone like Anne Hathaway might have done it or something, but I'm sure fucking Princess Diana did it as well, where they wear the same outfit for just weeks and weeks, so all the pictures just look like clones, so they can't really post any pictures because it don't look like new pictures.
Again, I heard on like a podcast before, maybe even with or like a radio show with like Paris Hilton. And I think she said that a lot of celebrities, her herself included, like Kardashians, all that type of stuff, they actually call ahead or get like a team, like a TMZ, whatever, to call ahead and say, Paris Hilton's going to be here, send the paparazzi. So they go there and they can get into. Did you know Paris Hilton's there? Like, it's a way for them to be relevant and stay in the headlines. So,
Mm,
like, a lot of them shots where they're angry and stuff, they've even facilitated it. That's how
yeah.
fucking messed up Hollywood is, man. That
You
they
seen the one
want
where
them there.
Seen the one where Kanye hits his head off that fucking road sign.
Yeah.
That's
He's a
right, man.
weird dude to me, Kanye West. People call him a genius and stuff like that because how good he is at producing his music, but I've never seen it. Never got that impression from Kanye. I don't think he's talented, but I don't think he's like the best producer. And like what he does is amazing. Like I think Dr. Dre is way fucking better as a producer than fucking Kanye West.
Think about it though. Think about it from the perspective of imagine it's not like fucking hundreds, but imagine over the years how many times we've shared each other either a Kanye song or video or something daft because it's been daft and funny, innit?
You know what? What I will say is, I found out. I remember I sent you a song many years ago, and
The
it was just a
poopity poop.
song where it just goes shippity poop, de poop, de poop, jittity poop. And I thought this is ridiculous. And people were saying it's genius. But I actually found out not too long ago the reason why you released that song. And I actually was like, oh, he's a fucking genius. Because apparently, right, Drake wanted that beat. And he was like, fuck you, Drake, you ain't having it. So he put out a shit song over it to be like, I've released the song you wanted and made it shit, you prick. And that
Yeah,
I can get behind. That is a genius fucking move. So
yeah.
I'll write him for that. But yeah, I don't know. I never thought like this guy's a genius. And I do like some Kanye songs, but I do think he's just a fucking weirdo, man. I think he's a
The thing
loose
is,
cannon.
the thing is, when he kind of convinced me was I just figured it out for myself. There's a song called Fade, and it's an average tune. It's a bit of a fucking weird one. There's loads of little sound clips and bites of stuff in there, but I enjoy the song all the way through. And then in the music video, it's like just some hot black woman like dancing in a gym, like all fucking sweaty and misty and stuff. And it's quite a hot video. And then at the end, the last fucking 30 seconds, she's in the showers, but she's just got the face of a cat. Like she's just got a big cat face, and she's just in the shower. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then I sent it to my dad, and I was like, this tune's good, but watch till the end. You know what I mean? I was like, watch till the very fucking last few seconds, just see what happens. And then I sent it a few more people. I was like, yo, watch that to the end. And then I thought, cunt, he got me. That's what it's for. So I'll be like, what the fuck? I need to show some people how weird this is. And
He,
then he got me.
he's a genius marketer.
Yeah.
100%. He knows how to get his name out there. There's no denying that. And like, I mean, look, we're even talking about him right now and putting this out in a public forum. But in terms of like his music and what he produces and what he makes, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I hear Joe Rogan talk about it at times because he loves him and he's like, he's a genius and his music's amazing and stuff. And it's never clicked with me. His first album it was really good. His upcoming album when he just had like his jaw rewired or whatever when he had that car crash and whatnot. That album, like Through the Wire, is a fucking banger of a song, and Jesus Walks and all that. Like they're good songs in his early on career, but I don't. I just it's never great. I've never thought it was like doing anything
Yeah.
amazing, like or different.
I think the tunes are hit and miss. I like Life of Pablo. That's probably my favorite one
Mm,
album. Um, but yeah, most of the others I don't really vibe with. But even that one, that's got like a weird fucking cover art on the album. Like the text's all misaligned and it kind of looks glitchy and that. Even that's probably just to go, oh, you seen this new fucking album art, and then it gets shared around.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when he fucking then he get like a Super Bowl commercial segment, and it was just him, a selfie video of him in the back of a taxi saying like, I can't afford a Super Bowl advert. Just go to this website and that's it. Like even that just gets fucking gonna get shares on headlines and fucking posts and
Even that,
retweets.
like, over that wasn't it? You're such a fucking hoe. And he's in that big, like, sort of Roblox suit. Like,
Yeah,
that was shared everywhere. It was parodied. Like, he definitely did that because he knew, like, that's going to
yeah.
get shared and get clicks. So he's a genius marketer and he knows how to keep himself relevant. He plays the game beautifully in that way. But in terms of, like, his actual music and stuff, I don't know. It doesn't gel with me. I wouldn't say I'm a Kanye fan. I don't necessarily dislike his music, but it ain't someone that I put on. You know what I mean? Like he ain't a mainstay on my Spotify, fucking on repeat type of thing.
Full circle from Auschwitz as well. Not the biggest fan of the Jews, is he?
No, he's not. He's not. He said some controversial fucking shit. That song, that Hell Hit, like, is mental. By the way, it is a mental fucking thing to even just come up with that. And the thing is, like, he says it's like a message. You know what I mean? It's like he's kind of shining a light on it. That's what he says. He says he's not really a Jew hater. He's just. But then I just think like he's a weird dude. Like we said very early on his podcast, I'm in like a Deadpool group, and you have to have like 3 people and then a sort of like surprise one that it has to be like under 50, I think it was, or something like that. And like mine was Kanye because I think at any moment that motherfucker is ready to blow his own head off, man. I think he's a
Yeah.
troubled guy. I reckon he's got demons. Clearly. Like I think
Did you
he's
have?
a weird dude.
You don't have any money on hand when they come, no?
I didn't know. I don't know how old she is, to be fair, but there was like rules, so you couldn't choose like people. I think it was like they had to be under 82 or something. I don't know how old she was, but nah.
Yeah,
I,
she was like 117 or something, I think.
fucking, that's how many hammer blows apparently she took to the back of the fucking head.
Okay, then.
It's a fucked up. So, man, who's gonna do her?
I know, yeah.
Who can be asked to fucking smash it
It's
over,
like
mate?
it's like just shivving Michael Caine at you. Like, bro,
Yeah,
just
well,
let him
just
fight
wait,
out, man.
just wait, fucking
Yeah.
wait till winter.
Just fucking wait him out, man.
Yeah, fuck, let's move on. Fucking Spider-Man next week, okay? So,
Wednesday, yeah, I'm pretty excited, man.
yeah, I'm
Like, my
excited.
only thing is, man, I know it's meant to create frustration, but I hate like everyone's forgot me storylines, man. And it's only purely from a painful perspective of like, oh, the character, like, I wish they just still knew him. You know what I mean? Not from a fucking pessimistic view, but just like, oh man, like it just makes you sad, though.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
And that's
just
what Spider-Man's meant to go through. Like, Spider-Man takes some shit, don't he?
yeah. Some people are saying like now because spoiler alert, Aunt May's dead. He's renting his own apartment. You know, he's poor. He's made his own spider suits, not like Tony Stark tech and stuff anymore. That this is really Spider-Man now. Like people like Spider-Man when he's like struggling. That's what their Spider-Man is. You know what I mean? He's going through some shit. He's poor. He's behind on rent. He's working 2 jobs. Like that's what people love about Spider-Man. So I'm excited to see like that. This is like truly the real Spider-Man. He's not a boy anymore or a teen. He's like
Yeah.
a man. Um, but I'm also excited. One, 'cause it's Spider-Man, and I'm fucking massive Spider-Man fan. I like Tom Holland, but also because I'm assuming it's going to lead into more of the Doomsday stuff later this year, and I'm a bit hyped for that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I'm excited that we're entering a new arc as well, a new segment of Marvel. This will be his 4th entry of Spider-Man 2, won't it? So
Yeah, it's 4
that'll be the
film.
most anyone's ever had, won't it?
No, Thor has had 4, I think.
I mean, sorry, the Spider-Man. Like,
Oh yeah, everyone else is not. Yeah, he's the most. He was already joint with Tobey Maguire because Andrew Garfield only got 2. But yeah,
yeah,
he's the most now, and he could do it for years. He still looks young, and I saw because he was in that Odyssey, and he was playing like a 16 or an 18-year-old, and there was like a quote of him saying like it's the final time he gets to play like a teenager, like a boy, because obviously he's growing up and getting older, and he's going to be cast less of those roles. I thought like, yeah, but like you're in your 30s, like that's good innings, man, to be able to play like get cast as a convincing teenager now. Like he could be Spider-Man for a very long time. Um, and I hope he is really because I like him as Spider-Man. I like
yeah.
him, but yeah, I hope he stays on for a bit. I just want to see some. I want to see him and Venom, man. I want to get Venom involved in that fucking universe and shit too.
What do you reckon the vibe's going to be for this new one? You think he's just kind of reinventing himself and trying to fucking? You think he's going to try and reacquaint with anybody or?
Yeah, I think there was a trailer a couple days ago, and it showed like a little bit more, and it kind of alluded to that he's probably gonna tell MJ like, "Look, I knew you once," type of fucking thing.
Yeah,
Um, you know, I'm Spider-Man, so I reckon he'll probably tell Ned and MJ what happened. I don't imagine something's gonna happen where something will happen and they're like, "Oh, we remember you now." But I remember many, many, many months ago, people were saying that the Hulk and Punisher are going to be in it way before there was any set leaks or anything confirmed, and they are in it. And some people were saying that like because Doctor Strange's like spell put made it so people don't remember like Peter Parker, Spider Man, and that type of stuff, that the Hulk will then remember Spider Man and the Hulk's in it. So I'm wondering if that is actually going to be like a plot point, like maybe the Hulk remembers Peter Parker and Spider Man, but Bruce Banner doesn't.
Yeah.
Or maybe Bruce does because he's in two minds, type of thing. So I'm interested to just see how they kind of explain that and go further down there. And then obviously, if there's end scene credits, if that is to lead up to the Doomsday thing, or if it's just going to be some, it could be something silly. Sometimes they're the little silly ones that don't really mean or show coming into the next one. But obviously, the next big film after this is the next big film. So I'm assuming it's a little cheeky teaser of like, oh fuck, that's going down in that, and I'm excited to see more Marvel shit progress. And fuck, who don't love Spider-Man, man? There's some of the best ones. It's gonna be entertaining. The Hulk's in it, Punisher's in it, Scorpion's in it. It's just gonna be a good time, I think.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. And the Doomsday trailer as well. I like the Fantastic Four in there. The thing, fucking. I'm hyped on the Captain America fucking coming back. Though there better be a good explanation for that because Thor's there like no impossible. It's like bro, you all went back in time together. Like jumping back and forth in time's possible. So why
Bro,
is it so?
you're a god. You want to talk about
Yeah,
impossibilities? Yeah, I get what you mean. And like, I saw lots of people saying from the screenshot that like, oh, he looks different, man. Like, what's he done to his face? But like, he's just a bit older. But
Mm.
I also have read loads of stories that like he's a bad guy he's called Captain Hydra, which is like a spin-off sort of character. And like, I don't want that. I don't want a movie where Captain America is backing it and he's evil, and fucking Iron Man technically is backing it and evil. I don't want any of that. Like, I'm hoping that it don't feel
yeah.
desperate. Like we've said it before. Like I don't want it to feel desperate. I want it to be just. I don't want to see Robert Downey Jr. I just want him to be Doom. I don't want to see his face. I don't want to have oh fuck, that's Tony moment. I just want it to be Doctor Doom. I don't want anything. If Captain America's back in it, I want him to be Captain America. I don't want some fucking villainous guy.
Well, at the end of Fantastic Four, the baby is seeing Doom with his mask off.
Yeah.
So surely they go into the room and figure out who he is. But like you say, they might not acknowledge that it's him. But like I said before, why bother making it him? Why bother spending millions to get him if he ain't gonna be in it per se?
Maybe just because oh fuck, Robert Downey Jr.'s in this. Asses
Because
are in the
marketing,
seats.
yeah. But
Yeah. It's what Kanye would do.
yeah. I'm excited to see back as well. He's one of my favourites.
Who?
Banksy.
Yeah, he was fighting Gambit in the trailer, which I thought was fucking cool.
I thought Gambit was dead in the fucking Deadpool film.
I don't know, because I'm a big Gambit fan. If people don't know, I've even got a cat called Gambit. When years and years and years ago, where Channing Tatum got cast as him and he was going to have his own movie and shit, I was like, okay, yeah, I'll fuck with that. And Gambit's getting some love. Then when he pops up in Deadpool and Wolverine, I was like, oh fuck, that's cool that they did that. And now he's like officially Gambit. And I saw online there was like people were split on it, like, oh, we don't want like a jokey Gambit though, like, and he's a bit of a jokey guy. But I don't know if now that he's Gambit, but they're going to be a bit more serious with him because I think he's in there not because his performance of a jokey Gambit. I think he's in there because like fans' reaction and people actually liked him as Gambit type of thing. But yeah, I know Gambit looks when I visualize it in my head. Like I think he's a bit too old now, and he's a bit too chunky for me. Like for Gambit, Gambit's like quite a slender sort of like. He just looks like an athlete build. Like he's in shape and he's fit and that, but he's not like a chunky sort of older man. So he doesn't fit Gambit for me. But I'm hoping he's a bit less like fucking all that type of stuff that he was doing in Deadpool and Wolverine. It was funny, but Gambit is like. He's underrated, man. He's cool as fuck.
His accent cracks me up in that film.
And it's bad. Yeah, it's a bad accent too. Like he's French. Like it's meant to be really.
I thought he was trying to be fucking Jamaican.
No, he's French. Like his name is actually he's called Remy LeBeau. That's his actual name.
I thought it was a joke accent.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't sound good.
So silly in the
It
It's like,
is.
yeah, we're gonna go out there and kill them, man.
Yeah, yeah. Like
Literally, it's like that, man.
he's meant to be French. Like he says, like, "Oh, mon ami" and stuff like that. Like in like the comics and X-Men '97 and stuff. He's a French dude, and yeah, I don't want it to be jokey because Gambit's a cool character, and I want to see him done properly, especially on the big screen because I don't feel like he gets enough love. And he's ridiculously powerful. Like anything he can like sort of touch, you can like because he chucks throwing cards, but you can
Yeah,
like touch them, make them like glow pink, and just like chuck them to explode. So whatever like he touches, he can cause to explode. So realistically, he could just lean down on the earth and just hold his hand on the ground and just blow up the fucking earth. Like he's insanely powerful. But they just I don't want him to be like a jokey character. You know what I mean? Like you've got a cool character on your hands, don't fuck it up, man.
yeah. It would be a shame if he was just expendable.
Yeah, just a comic relief. Like you've got other characters in there for that. Like you don't need Gambit to fill that role. But I'm happy for Channing Tatum because he was a big fan of Gambit, and he got called up many years ago to do it, and it just kept falling through the cracks. And now he's got his time and his moment. Like I'm happy for him, but I don't know how they're going to do it. If it's a serious Gambit, because I think the nature of this film is going to be a serious film. Like there's not going to be like many jokey moments. You're gonna have the few in there as they always do. Um, because I once say like Infinity War and Endgame are like jokey films, but there was funny things in there, like like who is Gamora, why is Gamora? There's those moments in there, you know what I mean? And there will be some in there and that, but yeah, I don't want too much joking around either. That was the problem with the latest Thor one. It felt too commercially rather than like a fucking action film.
Yeah, yeah. They can kind of because it's difficult because when you get I've said it before, but when you get a show, mainly sitcoms where a character kind of has a thing and it just becomes more and more pronounced throughout the show, like fucking I don't know Brooklyn Nine-Nine, where Terry shouts, and then by like season 5, he's just shouting all the fucking time because they've obviously gone like, oh, audience reaction, like they love when Terry fucking shouts. But then towards the end, you're like, man, like enough of him fucking shouting. You know what I mean? Like it's like they've gone, yeah, the audience loves that, so let's get more and more of that. And then as Avengers has progressed, it's like, yeah, the everyone loves Tony Stark's little funny quips here and there, so let's make Captain America funny as well, and then Thor's funny too, and then suddenly just everyone's dead funny in the film. It's like we had one funny guy before, and now everyone's just a joker.
Yeah. Yeah, I do agree, yeah. I think to give credit to Big Bang Theory, the whole Sheldon Bazinga thing only happened in like one episode. He maybe said it like two or three times, and that blew up like that's his main catchphrase on t-shirts and that. But they didn't run with that too crazy, really. You think because it's so synonymous with the show and it's like his sort of catchphrase, but they didn't really overdo that. Like it kind of like they did it for like a season and then that was it. Like he didn't. I don't know if he really says it again, and you'd think that was his main fucking thing. That's all he says, like a Pokemon at this point. That he just fucking says
Yeah,
Bazinga left, right, and center. But yeah, they didn't
yeah.
really, they didn't really run that to the ground. To be fair to them, did they?
No, that's quite true actually. I'm trying to think if there is anything in that kind of keeps escalating up where it's like, okay, enough. I can't think of that. Think of one too much. To be fair, that's a good point. I mean, I think the early seasons, Penny was like a bit fucking shouty and angry and snappy, but she was just meant to be a little brat, weren't she?
And she's
Um,
fine as fuck, man.
oh yeah, man.
She is fine as fuck. Have you
Yeah,
seen
no.
that? Maybe we'll like wrap up around this, but have you seen their new sort of spin-off show that the Stuart Saves Universe, whatever it's called?
I've seen it advertised. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it.
It it's weird, man. I saw a clip where like they just wake Raj up and he's like got a beard and like long hair and stuff like that as well. Like I don't know if they go to a different dimensional universe and they recruit Raj now. I don't know if he's in it, but I just think like why? And it's not like a sitcom. It's like a HBO like kind of serious quote unquote show. Like it's a weird thing. I don't know why they're doing it. I'm almost intrigued for how stupid it seems, but it's a weird one for me. That one.
He's one of those characters, anywhere. It's obviously just such a pathetic character. You're like, oh fuck's sake, like Stuart's been shit on again.
Yeah.
But I liked young Sheldon, but I don't know if I'm hyped for fucking Stuart, man. I never wanted to see his fucking ferret face on the screen
I,
when it
I
was
liked
working.
him. It's him. It's like his girlfriend and his colleague who he hires in the late show. Denise, I think her name was. There's that Bert, like the big geologist. He's like
Yeah,
one of the. It's like a bunch of side characters.
and
So,
Kripke's in it too.
oh, is he? Yeah, like, that's
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
saw
saying.
him on the picture.
It's a bit. It's an unusual one, but it kind of just feels like just let it die now. But it's weird because I said it before that like they got a Jim Positive play Sheldon Cooper now, like he's known as the guy that narrates young Sheldon rather than actually being Sheldon Cooper. That's how big young Sheldon became. So it's weird to think, God, let it die. But if it just keeps evolving to new generations, then why not just fucking keep putting that money back out there? But that's a bit of a strange one to me. And I actually like young Sheldon way more than I thought I would too. It was genuinely like a good show. It was just an easy
Yeah.
watch. And the kid, especially being such a young age to pretend he's Sheldon, that kid's a fucking good actor, man. Like especially when in the early seasons when he's like an actual child. Like he's a very fucking intelligent dude, it seems.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I had some good fucking laughs at that show, and there's some fucking emotional bits too, man. You
Yeah.
Get you welling up sometimes.
Especially
That
when
show.
Sheldon's dad dies. Like it's coming because you hear about it obviously in Big Bang Theory, so like it's coming
Yeah.
at some point. But yeah, it does get you. I do like it, but I think those are the worst, man, because the catch off guard, like Scrubs, have those moments where you're laughing and then like 30 seconds later, you're like, oh man, I'm feeling some shit. Like, what's going on? I was laughing 10 seconds ago. Like, those off guard ones. I think
Yeah,
that's the worst.
it's fucking good at that, Ricky Gervais, man.
Yeah, the Afterlife is good for that stuff as well.
Yeah.
He knows how to pull on your heartstrings.
Yeah, but I mean, Afterlife was the vibe of that anyway. It was an emotional, sad show. He's going through some
There's a
shit.
drama, yeah.
Even Extras. I don't know if you've watched Extras.
Yeah.
Like that gets you fucking tearing up at the end, like the final episode, and then The Office as well. It's got some bits in it, but yeah, Extras, fucking hell, the last bit of that, like proper heartstring tugger, man.
Even the American Office has a lot of that, but like I don't know. I know him and Stephen Merchant are credited, but I don't know how much involved there were in the actual like writing thing. I think they did help somewhat. But even that as well, that has some like moments where you're like, oh fucking hell, this is like a bit emotional.
Yeah, I think they just pull you in with the comedy and make you fall in love with the characters, so you're really invested, and then just fucking hit you with some emotion. You're like, oh damn, this got real.
I think the funniest people that can like comedians and stuff like that, I think they are some of like the darkest people because they, I think, see the world differently, have a different outlook on life, and can make a serious matter like like an Auschwitz or a 9/11, as we discussed in this fucking episode, and make it funny. And I think you have to be a particular brain and a certain individual to be able to do that and see that outlook. Like you ever read like a joke or like a Dave Chappelle talk, and you think, that's a funny way. Like that's why Lee Evans is a genius, because when you hear it, you're like, that's so fucking true. Like it's like, oh yeah, I never thought about it like that. And I think if you can tap into that, whether it's for funny, I think you can tap into that for some dark emotional shit too. Like I think a lot of comedians could play like in acting and stuff like that as like fucked up dudes. I mean, I think a lot of it comes with a bit of, it's like the clown crying sort of sad face. Like even like the masks, there's like a happy face and a sad face, like for like drama and acting. Like I think there's a big overlap. If you can be a funny motherfucker, I think you have to have some darkness in you, man, to be able to put that out there. I mean, look at Robin Williams, motherfucker killed himself. He obviously had some dark shit, but when he was out there, he knew how to just make people laugh, and he was like, "Oh, that's the funniest dude in the world." And then, but really, he's same as Jim Carrey. There's some dark shit in that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Modern day Goya.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone look up Goya, man. He's weird dudes and paintings, man.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Episode 43.
Peace.
Peace.
Joint Thoughts Podcast.